What's up, everybody? Ben Rasa here for OddsShopper Golf, talking a little match play. We get a change of pace on the PGA Tour, and a welcome one for me. The season can get dragged out. Talk about March Madness bracket style, and for one and done, we got good news, we got bad news. Let's start with the good news. The good news, doesn't matter who you pick, you're going to get some money. Everyone cashes a check this week. The bad news, trying to figure out the bracket is one of the more difficult things. Even getting out of the group is very, very challenging. And that's what we're here to do today. I got 3 picks for you for potential one and done choices. If you're just joining us on this brand new channel, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, be part of the community. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to bring up the groups over on DK Sportsbook just to show you the odds as I talk about them. Let's dive into the picks because last week, again, at the Valspar, not bad. Tommy Fleetwood, so close, but so far. We need a big week. 3.5 million up for grabs at the top. My first guy up here. I'm going to scroll through some of these groups, talk about it. Tony Finau. I think that Tony Finau is one of the safer, more reasonable targets for one and done this week. You see his group. He's got Kitayama, Bez, and Maronk in it. Tony Finau is playing extremely consistent golf. Every start inside the top 25 in 2023. Ball striking is good. Putting comes and goes. I think he's a solid match player in the sense that his game is pretty well rounded. He can kind of attack his opponents. And I'm more going to focus on the groups. That's why I wanted to bring this up. Not because I'm saying to bet this, but Tony Finau to me is in a very, very reasonable group. Yes, Kitayama had the breakthrough win. Bez, I think, is a sneaky dark horse in this whole thing. And Maronk is kind of a guy that's come over to get some reps. But Tony Finau is the class of this group. You get out of the group, you're already getting that pay boost, and then you're in the final 16, and anything can happen. So for me, getting things started, Tony Finau has the abilities, everything that I want. I like Finau as one of the more reliable targets here. I think he's going to be ready to play and one of the most likely guys to actually get out of his group. So first guy up for potential one and done, Tony Finau. Now I've got 2 more for you, one more on the risky side and then who I'm ultimately going with. But before I even do that, you see it on the screen. Bet365, bet 1, get 365. Well, let me tell you, if you are in New Jersey, Colorado, Virginia, or Ohio, you have hit that's where you want to be. Those 4 states, they have it going on right now at Bet365. Bet 1, get 365. It's so easy. All you have to do is sign up below. You deposit 10 and you claim your offer. That's it. Simple enough. Do that if you're in one of those states. If you were fortunate enough to get the 365 and be eligible in those states, it's a no reason not to type situation. You got to be 21 plus. Play responsibly. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Let's get back to it. Back in action here. We talked about Tony Finau. Who else could we go to? I think you go to Cam Young. Cam Young is a guy that I feel pretty comfortable about. Again, reasonable group, and that's why I'm bringing this up. Cam Young, Corey Connors, Seb Straka, Davis Thompson. His off-the-tee game is so elite that he's going to cause a lot of problems for these golfers. And you look at it, I feel pretty good about this group. Corey Connors obviously is a very, very solid player. Straka can get hot in a match play situation. Davis Thompson, I think it's a little overmatched, to be honest. But to me, Cam Young's got a lot of ability. We know the form. We've seen it in majors. We've seen it against elite competition. My biggest knock on this and why I'm calling it a quote-unquote risk, we haven't really seen Cam Young in a ton of match play stuff. Who knows what he's done in his career and whatnot, but this is not a veteran, certainly, of this type of style on the PGA Tour. Far from it, for obvious reasons. He just hasn't had the reps. So for me, Cam Young would be the second choice, but one that does carry some risk because maybe he's just not a match game specialist. He hasn't done this before. And I do think that Corey Connors in particular can pose a challenge in his group. So we've talked about Tony Finau. We've talked about Cam Young. Where are we going to go for our final pick? I'm going to dive right back in. Again, I do want to just say for joining us. Appreciate you guys building up this channel. This is a tough week, so keep in mind, really look at those matchups. Really make sure you're doing your due diligence like we're doing here. I'm going to Ty Hatton for my one and done selection this week. I'll bring up the odds once again just so you can see them. But Ty Hatton is my choice. You see him plus 135 to get out of his group. So again, he's a dog just to do that, as most players are. I feel good about this, though. You've got Russell Henley, Ben Griffin, and Lucas Hebert. Ty Hatton is playing exceptional golf. 2 straight top fives at API and the Players. He was the runner-up. Just phenomenal ball striking, sinking it up. He's gaining a couple strokes on the greens. He's a great Bermuda putter. He is checking every single box that I would want. Now, do I know is Ty Hatton a match game specialist? Could he not like the course? Could there be problems like that? Yeah, there could, but I trust that he's going to be just fine here. And if you're looking at pure form, I'm not sure you're going to get someone who's playing as well as Ty Hatton right now in this lead up to the match play. We've seen him really excel in Florida. I have him available, which is obviously a prerequisite. I think that Ty Hatton is a great one and done choice this week, and he is who I'll be choosing for my one and done at the match play. There you have it, friends. Again, appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out, talking a little one and done. If you have any questions, you can always find me here at OddsShopper Golf and on Twitter at JazzRazDFS. Got a great string of tournaments coming up. I cannot wait to dive into it. All roads lead to Augusta. Of course, we're going to have you covered each and every day here at OddsShopper Golf. But for the match play, for Tony Finau, Cam Young, and my pick, Ty Hatton, good luck, enjoy. Talk to you guys soon.